line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here, welcome back live onto PT Race TV YouTube channel. Today we are here in Thompson, Connecticut, here for the showcase of Thompson Speedway for the Pit Stall Monday Night Racing Series here live on PT Racing TV. Hello, again, everyone, and welcome back to the show here as we are getting ready for the action ahead here. This is your starting lineup presented by the Pit Stall Racing Series. On the pole, and the number 14, the Crusader, Christian Schreiber, but the outside, the number 5, the Throttle, Chantel Puddle. Row number 2, and the number 41 will be Daryl Klotz, the outside, the number 10, it is Jason Henry. Row number 3, and the 31, Bobby Anderson, the outside, the number 4, the Joker, Joker Joe Nuttleman. Row number 4, the 95 is Robert Warnes, the outside, and the 90, brother to him, Dennis Warnes. Row number 5, and the 88, Michael Fry, the outside, and the 20 is Jeff Oakes. And finally, in the number 76, Mike Rideout. The field of drivers is now preparing themselves up and ready to get down to the show here. Drivers now initiating onto the track here. We are getting them ready to go here. Defending race winner last week, Chantel Throttle Puddle, looking to try and take them all down again. The Crusader, Christian Schreiber, trying to finally get one off his radar. Twice now he's had a chance to take it home. Has not been able to come away with the W just yet. Rolling them up right out of the corners here. Every driver right now looking and sizing over this track, this massive little half-mile track. This will turn your car into some speed. This place will give you quite a show, quite a run to face off with. So as we roll them right off on the front straightaway here, the 14 will set the pace and set the tone. The 5 looking to try and defeat out her old rival, her old friend as well. With a lot of heavy hitters like Jason Henry and Daryl Klotz trying to get something going this season. Bobby Anderson as well and Nuttleman trying to make up for lost time they left out. Anderson been struggling in these cars. Robert Warren's currently the defending points leader here. And his brother Dennis trying to bit a little bit of some showmanship out there. The Old Oak, Jeff Oakes, Michael Pratt, Mike Rideout, certainly going to be ones to watch out for too. We'll lead him back down off the corner number 4 to the green flag restart zone. It's time to go racing in Thompson. Off the start. We'll rally around the track there. Apollo immediately going to the backside there of the 14, lowering him down. It is Daryl Klotz and Henry going at it. Off of turn number 3 and 4 here. We drive for themselves here. A little trouble there. Bobby Anderson. That's a 31 singular machine into the grass. Caution is out. Troublesome little turn there, unfortunately, for the 31 here. We'll go to the PTM Racing TV Instant Replay presented by the Pit Stall Racing Series. Went low, came on down. Nuttleman, slight tap in the corner there. May have just took it a little too tight and takes them all for a bit of a ride. Anderson definitely can't be too thrilled about that, knowing he kind of just got the shaft on that part of the corner. Just rolled it right off there in that turn. There's nothing he can do about it, unfortunately, and now he has to get the damage cleaned up on that machine. Drivers right now getting prepared to get lined back up in proper working order and procedure here, as they have double filed them up here onto the back straightaway. The Crusader, the defending champion of the Monday Night Series right now. Not the Pit Stall Monday Night Series, but the Pushing Limits Racing League final season, looking to try and grab another title to his name here. They'll lead him down off of turn number 4. The Throttle Chantal Bottle looking for her first championship in this new series. Back on down out of turn number 1 and 2 here. It will be the 14 driving off with Bottle right beside him. Both drivers hard on the gas pedal, each driver trying to make the better of the other. Slight shift up there for Jason Henry as he gets up there to Daryl Klotz here, back in the pack. Michael Pratt falling back a little bit there as well. Every driver for themselves here as now the field continues to maneuver their way through. We're on board with Jason Henry. Field going to kind of spread out a little bit here, probably get themselves a little bit more acquainted. They know the tire wear is going to be a very big deal here. They know it's going to be very frustrating to be put onto that ledge and put onto that table. But every driver knows they will have their day if they can get this thing dialed up a little bit and figure it out. Robert Warren's the 95, the Cheetah Man, as we're going to call him here. He is bringing the Cheetos machine up to the backside there with Mike Rideout currently trying to fight him off and trying to push everything up to their limits. Every driver right now just trying to hold on down to the charge here as others continue to look for openings and look for gaps to improve from. One of which just so happens to be the Old Oak himself, Jeff Oakes, number 20 now, driving side by side here with Daryl Klotz. He's got to battle off into the distance. Hard racing maneuver there from Oakes here, the Old Oak himself, throwing that he still has the tenacity and the tenacious instincts to fight anybody who comes before him. As we see the 12 Chantal Bottle still trying to stay in control of her own car, everyone else kind of backing off a little. Keep the space, keep the airflow. getting into the dirty air. Well, they're all hunting down the guy that's trying to currently get himself back into victory lane after so long out of the spotlight. I think it's really a big thing here you got to kind of watch out for is the overall consistency in each of these corners and each of these runs. Every driver will be making quite a bit of amends and quite a bit of a spot here on themselves to see what they can do. Dennis Oaks right now currently, or excuse me, Dennis Warnes I should say, my apologies, currently trying to get there to Daryl Klotz. Klotz continuing to hang on to his distance to keep his pace up. Old Warnes here, you can see he is just looking for a little bit of an edge, a little bit of an opening or two down there. The Old Oak has powered himself off from the distance. Remember, he has a habit of doing that. The Dirty Mo Media number 20 has had some great showings before. And remember, he came away with a win at Five Flags Speedway. The first of one of his long-time race wins he's been searching for. And he was able to do that by simply just outsmarting the pack and facing off against some of the toughest drivers in some very, very difficult situations. Little onboard driver sound from the driver from the Rock. Chantel Pottle here continuing to stay relatively clean and in control. Looking to avoid any issues from the Old Oak. Those two have raced hard before. They know how to take it down to the hot wire and take it down to the fire inside. My question is really with that long run here, how bad does the right front and the right rear tear up, and how bad will it be for them when they get further along into the distance? Each of these corners here are very diverse and different. You have to kind of follow a certain pattern, a certain area, kind of shift it up to the top side, then make the run from there. You can roll the bottom, but it's very difficult to gain excess speed and power off from there. So, oh, this one got a little bit of a hit there for the 5. Chantel getting slamming right into the outside wall off of turn number 4. The Old Oak continuing to try to put the pressure on. Meanwhile, up in the backpack, here goes Robert Warnes and Dennis Warnes, brothers in arms, going at it here. They are no longer brothers, though. In this case, you are drivers, and they know as drivers they must go through the paces and through the fight. Cheeto's man himself throwing some haymakers all around. Daryl Klotz in the 41 Shearwine trying to hold the outside line away from Robert. Robert will get a great entry though, and he's going to rub a little bit up against there. He gets caught up with Klotz, and Klotz taking full control of that one. But it's Warnes who escapes the insanity. Robert just found himself in a very tough little ordeal there. Daryl didn't want to give up the line, but at the same time, he knew Robert was going to be right on his end there. He drove it right on him and then actually clipped the left rear corner. And then left front corner, with the right rear corner there of Warnes. Thankfully, both drivers were able to be smart enough to back out of the throttle and not let that completely destroy their equipment. Good save on them, but unfortunately, a lot of time lost just by doing that maneuver. Michael Pratt, by the way, the number 88, has moved his way ahead of Joker Joe Nuttleman here, so now he is starting to kind of gain his own traction and start to get his own position up again. The 88 Sun Drop Machine having quite a bit of a field day, as I'll say, in these season races. He's been trying so desperately and trying so hard to get a little bit of a break or something kind of worked his way. But it is so difficult to manage and take gaps up from this position. Back up to the front right now. Ground and coverage starting to be gained. The throttle has now found a way to get to the Crusader. Bottle trying to gain a little bit more time by simply just saving the equipment, saving the tires, watching her every move here. But you can see how close Oaks is, though. They're trying to take them both down, but there is where the over-aggressive driving can affect you a little bit. And Oaks slamming it right off the wall through turn number 4. The Dirty Mo Media number 20 in trouble. Climbing back to the gaps here right now. Robert Warren's back on the loud pedal and now back on that hard pedal there with the gas pedal in mind too. He is driving the wheels off it. Got around Mike right out there and Bobby Anderson. Anderson giving him plenty of room and right out doing the same. Both guys just trying to strategize above all else. Robert though at this point probably thinking, I've had enough of this. I'm getting up to that front to get some pay, to get some redemption for myself. Has had a bit of a bad break as of late here on the show, but I can say the same for Dennis Warren there, as he's had a couple times on the finishes getting wrecked out or pushed out of the way or into troublesome spot. Question remains for me today, will he be able to avoid that level of confliction and that level of controversy there? That is a big deal for him and he knows it. Just keeping the pace up right now, just looking onward as they go. Driver's starting to rear veer in there a little bit. The 14 still hanging on to the lead though. Losing a little bit of time. He lost about 0.2 of a second there within about 4 or 5 laps, but he is getting it all back in the corners just by simply hitting the line that he's been using, but the straightaways belong to the throttle. Back onto the rack there. Looks like Darrell Klotz, the 41 Shear Wine Machine, making a little bit of a drive off. Makes a good pass. But unfortunately, Pratt had something just a little bit better. And Pratt now looking to try to hopefully find some leverage here. These cars with this kind of tuning system, you really have only one choice. Set the brake bias right in a perfect spot, or you're going to need to make sure you've got everything put together inside of that car and inside of that helmet. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in a whole lot of trouble. That's the last thing you want to deal with. You want to see when you're in this kind of stance, this kind of level and playing field here. The Six Sigma Sim Racing 5 catching the 14 right now here. Bottle. Again, last week at Southern National, pulling up an impressive win there. Took it to the wire, took it to the line, and pretty much put everybody to shame. She said to me earlier today, if I can just get this car the same route, the same speeds, I think I'll be okay. Just got to hope for the brakes, hope for this power to work around it. Some nemesis though, like Robert Warren's and all them, are catching up rather quickly here, so they are starting to build a little bit of traction up there. He looks at that throttle rhythm too. Jason Henry right now currently a lot slower than what that old 95 is up to. And the Cheeto Man himself looking to climb the ladder, climb the speed. Left on the inside there. Henry losing control. And now Robert Warren's big pass off. He's hunting the field down as we continue to clear this place out a bit. But we are coming closer to pit stops here. They can only go about 40 laps for those pit stops. Are going to be very necessary. The field is starting to gap off and bridge out just a little bit. Kind of rolling them right down throughout the corners. Backing it right back down the way. Oh, wait a minute. Trouble right through off turn 2. And look at this. Puddle right through the middle. Shot the gap. Shriver gets caught up by lap traffic from Nettleman. And Puddle has just taken the lead. Right front damage on the 14. That certainly will affect a bit of the car and the airflow dynamic properties, as well as that tire wear that he was driving so hard on. Nuttleman just completely taking a little bit of problematic zone there for the 14. Both drivers getting away from it. But unfortunately, driver suffers the worst from it. Paddle gains advantage. And now Oaks trying to make something use of it as well. Oh my goodness, this has completely flipped everything around on its head here. Chantel Bottle just continuing to drive off now. Oaks is getting blocked off by the 14. Shriver is not giving up his line, nor will he give up anything to him at this point. He's got to be mad. He's got to be madder than the Mad Hatter himself. He's so mad. I'm pretty sure he's pretty sure he just had like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory stolen from him, and he can no longer make chocolate. That's probably how mad he is right about now. Pit stops now in. Oaks, Henry, Klotz, and Nettleman all into pit lane there. we gotta take a look back at that though real quick here, just to give you guys a little bit of an idea on like what exactly happened there from that corner. Just an overwhelming bad situation there to say the least here, and that's absolutely chaotic to just insert through. Watch this. Nettleman goes to the outside. I think he was trying to let people through. Trying to get through. Then he comes down. The 14 gets clipped. Tries to back off. Look at this shot, though, from the 5. Takes it right through. Bottle had to drive right in between it and not let anything persuade her. Remember, as well, at Lanier, she got into a same situation that 14 just did with that exact same car in the 4. Right off. Look at this. Beautiful corner entry and a beautiful turning spot there for her. Takes full control of that racing style of hers. And that's why now she has the race lead. Back to the live section here. Everybody right now just trying to take their pace, trying to control their own gaps here. Oaks coming back onto the track here, trying to fight with Warrens and Rideout. Both drivers doing their little damage control here, trying to focus in the paces. Nowhere to go and nowhere to see in this between. Robert Warren's now out of pit road as well, and he's going to get taken 3 wide a little bit. Look at Oaks shoot the gap. Oh, Robert Warren's on the count down there. Oh my, oh my. 3 wide salute goes wrong in Thompson. Robert, Dennis, and all them slashed off from turn number 4 there. Looked like Oaks may have found himself in a bit of a bad leg and got right underneath, right on top there of Robert. We'll take one more look at it. Watch this. Robert's coming from pit road. Oaks is fighting Dennis. He tries to corner it right through, get it past. Look at that though. Robert actually shoots right up a little bit. He caught the 20 and sends everybody into a tail whip here. Oh my word. Get another look at it, see if we can really tell from that shot there if Robert was just unsure where he was going. Here he's coming out of pit road. Yeah, you can see as soon as that wheel went straight right. Again, I think he was trying to save it from the corner. Instead, though, he finds himself on a very tough little leg there. Pit stops have now been made. Drivers are now clearing up on the track here and getting the damage all situated. There's a little bit of debris that was left behind from that hit. I believe everyone is okay, though, to return to action. Man, though, what a wild, wild race we have had so far today. Nobody is safe in this one. And now with a restart like this here coming up, that just only means one thing, which is who can match the gas pedal and launch off from this. We are halfway done, and it's time to go back to the racing action here at Thompson. Green flag back in the air. Bottle your leader right out on the outside. Anderson now swinging it right in. Driver trying to go right below the 5. Couldn't quite get a run there. Bottle will hold on right out. Beautiful drive there on the outside. Got a long straight shot into the turns. Looking to pack a stack right out of the T8 there. Everyone just fighting for a position. They know they don't have to pit. They just now know it's just all about who outruns the other. Who makes the mistake. Who gets the best drive off. Bottle showing her speed, showing the run. Right out trying to stick with it. Anderson dealing with that 14 below. 3 wide salute down from the corner. Dennis Lawrence into the wall. Trouble down there as well. There's a problem. Caution is out. Robert Warrens and Joker Joe Nettleman appear to be in the carnage there, unfortunately, coming off of turn number 3 and 4. We'll take a look at the replay. Oh, Joker Joe there losing it in the turn. Last right into the 95. Horrible circumstance there, unfortunately, causing this dilemma there. Take a look at Nettleman one more time here. May have actually had a little bit of help before that happened there. No, looks like that was all on him, yep. Just got a bad situation there. Unfortunately, found himself on a receiving end, and Nettleman causing, I believe, our third caution of the day. So we're going to get him rallied back around here. Well, the drivers really haven't changed their lineup too much here from the order they were just in, so at this point now, it's all about who makes or breaks their situation and their circumstances. Let's roll them back off to number 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen. Back onward to the green flag restart zone. Back underway. Right out again, shooting the top. Pottle trying to use the bottom for leverage. It's a good spark there, but it's hard to control. Back and stacking them around off of turn number 1, 3, and 4. Everyone now looking for control. Dennis Warren's right now in trouble to get out of pit road. He's stuck in pit stop here. He's just looking to get out of there. Meanwhile, back to the chute of the gap. Look at the 88. Michael Pratt. Big jump from the 88. And he's looking to bring a little bit more horsepower into the mix here. Henry going wide. Robert going down low. Quat's kind of trying to intervene. Pratt is getting back up from the back to the rat stacks, and he's looking to drive this one all the way up to the back. Everyone now looking to line themselves into a draft zone here. Looking for a little bit more coverage, a little bit more turning off in the playing field here. Right out, just looking for anything he can on Pottle, Dundelman, and Warren's right now trying to get out of pit road. Dennis Warren's is finally out of the pit stop, so he is going to be back out on the track. Oh, big slap up there for Bobby Anderson, the 31. Came right off turn number 4, and you saw that right front just cave in and go slamming the wall. Here comes Nuttleman, and here comes Warren's. Both drivers now trying to get it around Anderson. They'll hack and slash and drive it all around the stash, kind of racing if you ask me. Oh, again, right there, Anderson slid right on the wall. A little trouble down on turn number 1 on the front straightaway. Trouble down there. Trouble. Caution is out. Caution now out on the track there. Flagman was going a little sleepy there, it looked like. Anderson and Henry both getting into it there. Taking a look at it. Anderson just gets right up too far on the wall. Gets caved in by Nuttleman. Henry, I'm not too sure if he just kind of misjudged his speed there, if he misjudged himself, but that was definitely a little bit quicker than I think even he was expecting. Let's listen to the on throttle here. Yeah, it looked like he actually didn't realize what was going on until it was too little too late. Didn't have time to react there. 2 cars involved though, the caution had to come out. Now the field just at this point just wants to try and see what they can do and make or break with their race. They're coming up on the final laps of this event too, so this could get a little bit interesting down there for anybody that's trying to make it or break it. And a little bit of a switch up here. That's right out in Pottle. Will be on the bottom on the outside again. Can Pottle get this one figured out? We're gonna go top 5 on this one. Green flag dropping back up in the air. Let's go back to it. Oh, wait a minute, Pratt! I think he just jumped the start. Hey, man, jump the start, and there's trouble in turn number 1 and 2. Oh my, look out, look out. Oh my, caution is out, caution is out. Well, it looked like from my vantage point, Michael Pratt did not get across the line before making a pass there. Instead, deciding to opt to go for the old run and front gun it We'll take a look at his onboard on his camera here. We'll see what exactly happened here. Did Puddle not get off the line? Well, Oaks got right into her there. And look at this. There's the line. You see that was past the line. Oaks then just getting a little bit of the 95. And that's the second time today those two have gotten into something. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, it's not the first time they've gotten into it with each other. 3 wide, went 4 for a minute. Oaks goes in, clips the 95. Nettleman destroys the Cheetos. 95, then the 10 of Jason Henry decides to do a little two-wheel skills contest for us, and all of a sudden everything just went completely into pandemonium, and they will score him right out. Your race leader now looking to finally bring one home. He'll have to shoot the gaps though, because now he'll have a lot of headaches on him, because Shriver and Bottle are literally on his neck and on his toes, and we know how these drivers are when we get to this end of the race. Off of turn number 3 and 4. Clott's going to be trying to hang with them all. He'll go right on down. Doubled in this time. Good start. They've got 2 laps to go. Shoot down to the 3 wide. Look at this. 3 wide through 22. Shriver trying to shoot the gap down to the bottom. Puddle trying to use the outside. They're rubbing up there. They're side by side, scratched in and scrubbed, and then rub the race into moves. Green, white flag high in the air. Puddle fighting the 76 for everything she's worth. Can she hang on right out, trying to get one more run? Big jump on the outside. The 14 will join them. Can they get to it? Bottle looking for 2. Shriver looking for 1. Right out looking for his first. Off of 3 and 4. Bottle gets 2 in a row. Wow. And a whole lot of carnage to end that one out at the end. Driver is completely losing it at the line, but for the 5, Chantel Bottle, she just figures it all out yet again. Winner at Southern National, back-to-back though, with this win at Thompson. What a race. We're gonna look back at that in a minute. That last start, we're just going to the chopper cam because that was some absolutely insane moments in between. Nobody gave an inch. No one let off the start. They were looking for everything they had. Shriver going great. Mad Lad going down 3 wide, looking for a hopefully good jump. Didn't get the speed. Right out, trying to hold Puddle off by literally going right up in with her. Puddle and him just taking it to each other. But it is the throttle Chantel Bottle, your race winner at Thompson. Your race results on your screen real quick here, ladies and gentlemen. Chantel Bottle victorious. Christian the Crusader Striver gonna go second. Mike Rideout gonna go third. Daryl Klotz, best finish this season. Top 5 for him going forward. Bobby Anderson shoots back to 5th. Jace Henry 6th. Robert Warren's getting the 7th. 8th to Jeffrey Oaks. 9th to Joker Joe Nuttleman. And Dennis Warren's going 10th. Pratt DNF. Alright, before we go, let's just look back at this last start. One more time. Let's watch this. Here it is. This is the green-white checkered. Watch right out. Gets a good jump. Klotz gets it right in there. Look at the 14. He smells an opening. He sees an opening. Keeps it low. Look at Puddle, though. Look at this. Look at them fighting right there. Look at him just charging in between. Neither driver giving an inch. Robert Warren's right behind. Looking for the 3 wide. Couldn't get it. Puddle has the advantage. Using the outside lane. Right out. Forced to use the bottom. Now a hard charge off. Klotz gets into the back of the 14. Robert Warren is digging into everybody there, looking for anything he can. Back off on Joe Folks. Robert Warren says, I've not had enough of this today. Oaks not giving up. Puddle with one final run. That leads her to this big jump and a big win to end out the day. Wow. Poetry in motion. I don't know how else to say it. Well, nevertheless, race fans, we have to sign off from here from Thompson Speedway. Thompson, Connecticut, you've been a wonderful audience, and we love you. Thank you so much to all those that tuned here on the YouTube channel and will watch on the Facebook. We appreciate your support, guys. We've got to get that driver and that 14 over to the Nashville Super Speedway. We'll see you guys in a little while, though. Thanks for tuning in.